Good morning, everyone. We're back with I Am Woman Hour. And this morning I'm interviewing the lovely Lesley Jones, and her company is called About Eve. It's a beautiful label of a beautiful brand, very much born and brought up in Wales, using some amazing fabrics and just really wonderful, simple designs that might look ordinary, but as soon as you put them on the body form, they look totally extraordinary. So I'm really going to enjoy this morning, getting to grips with, well, where did Lesley come from? Where did this idea come from? And what makes what she does so unique? And we're also going to be having a look at some of the designs that are on her local catwalk, that she can talk you through, why they are so successful and adored by women, absolutely adored by women. So, good morning, Lesley. Can we start with you telling us, sharing with us your journey? Where did About Eve come from?
Hi everyone. About Eve. Now, I have always loved designing, creating, drawing since really young. So I just loved making things, started making my own things. Then when I had children, started making clothes for them. And then I had my first label was an original by Evelyn. My daughter was about 3, and I used to make her clothes. And she used to go to school, and then the teachers would say, "Oh my gosh, we can't wait for her to get to school so we can see what she's wearing. You really need to start a business and sell these clothes. They're amazing." So, but I used to love Laura Ashley prints and things like that. Anyway, um, I created a label called An Original by Evelyn. My mum's name was Evelyn, and always loved that name, so I thought that would be apt. Did that for a few years, supplied to retailers, Kiddies Corner. Anybody living in Swansea will always know Kiddies Corner. It was a well-known children's brand. And then um, I my husband was made redundant, one of those things in life. I was self-employed. We needed a fixed income. I could get a really good job. So I went back into, I ended up senior NHS management, and did that for quite a few years. Put the sewing machine, everything away in the cupboard. And then, I don't know whether anybody will remember GP fund holding, where surgeries were in charge of their own budgets. I was a fund holding manager. Um, Governments changed, scheme was abolished. I came out concentrating on GP's accounts and set up another business where I was predominantly looking after GP's accounts and finances. And as soon as everybody knew that I was doing finance, I'm a management accountant. Um, they all wanted to come on board. Oh, will you do mine? Will you do mine? So for 20 years, I looked after every type of business that you could think of, managing all their finance. One of my clients, oh God, this is just like an endless talk about my background here. Cut a long story short, one of my clients was selling a unit in the marina in Swansea. I ended up opening, completely off the wall. I expected it to be a licensed coffee shop. It turned into one of the most successful businesses in Swansea at the time, because it turned into a live music bar. It was bonkers. Sold that after a couple of years, and then thought, right, what the hell shall I do now? I had a coat I wanted to copy because I loved it and it was falling apart. I thought, oh, let's get the sewing machine out. I'll have another go with that, see if I can make it myself. I did. It was total rubbish. So I started again, and tried it again. Had some friends over for a couple of drinks one night, a couple of girlfriends, And I said, oh, look at this. What do you think of this coat I've just made? They loved it and said, oh my God, you want to sell that? You want to start a business making clothes and selling it? And it was just like it came full circle. So yeah, so then that particular night with these two friends, I said, okay, yeah, I've done this before, you know, I've told them the background of the first time. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I wouldn't mind having a go at this and doing it again. What shall I call it? And I said, my original label was About Eve. My mum had passed away. And so I thought, hang on, I want to incorporate her name in it. So About Eve came about. So it makes me feel quite emotional, actually, because it's all about my mum, because she was the most incredibly stylish, well-dressed person ever. And she always will be my inspiration, always will be. So everything about this business is based on her because she was quite incredible. And there we go. So 2020, I started again. And it's just grown. I started off with coats because that's what I initially wanted to do. And I think in the summer of 2023, I realised, hang on, I can't make coats all year. I need to have an income in the summer. So I went into linens. So I have a range of linens and 100% cottons that I work on for the 6 months of the year, and then I focus on outerwear the other 6 months of the year. One of the signature pieces of About Eve are what I call my Caris coat. It's a hooded coat, which comes in 3 lengths, full length, knee length, or a short jacket. And I should call it the compliment coat, not the Caris coat, because the amount of people that come back to me and say, oh my God, I wore that coat today. I was stopped at least 3 times. I need business cards. So anybody that knows me knows my social media is, it's not brilliant. I don't keep it up to date because I'm constantly busy and constantly got work because it's such a recurring customer base and it's word of mouth. Somebody was walking in town last week and I had a phone call. Oh, I saw somebody in one of your coats today and she told me how to get in touch with you. And ordered a coat there and then. You know, it's quite bonkers.
So on this
So,
subject of the coat, we've got to see this coat, haven't we? So could you try on one of the coats for us?
well, I'll hold one up.
Oh no, we got to see it on. We got to see the whole thing on.
Okay. Well, this is gonna
The
hang on.
colour of that is stunning. That's clover, isn't it?
This is what I call a soft blackberry. Um, this is a long. Hang on, I don't know. I don't know if it's going to go with what I've got on, but so you've got a hood. How do I describe it? It's so simple. It's so simple. It's a throw on. You just put it on top of anything. Sleeves rolled back. The colours. It's the colours. Let me just show you a couple more if I can. So we've got this beautiful raspberry. This is a shorter. This is a knee length. So
let's see that one on then, Lesley. Let's see that one on you. And hasn't Bonnie Tyler been caught in Swansea wearing one of your coats as well?
well, she had a coat off me. She's had a silver grey. But and it was my phone went one day, and I thought, She said, "Is that Lesley?" And I said, "Yeah." And I thought I recognised that voice, but I couldn't place it. And she said, "Oh, it's Bonnie. I just wanted to thank you for my coat." I was just gobsmacked. So yeah, so that was lovely. That was nice. So that's the red. I don't think I've got the right colour on to complement any of these today.
Gorgeous.
Again, um, this one is, I don't know if you can see that. So that only goes to there. That's the short. Oh, hang on, I'll show you one more.
I wouldn't know what color to choose, when you've got such an amazing, oh, look at that color as well.
This is a teal and it's beautiful. This is a different shape again. This is what I call our Caitlin, but it's a throw over. So it literally is, it's like, I originally called it a kimono throw because it's more like a car coat. Hang on, I don't know if you can. I wasn't prepared to try things on, so but this is great. Throw it up a pair of jeans, walk the dog in it, go shopping in it, go to Tesco's in it. But these are fab. They come in every colour. The colours are just stunning of these wools. They're 100% wool. And they, because they're a natural fibre, they resist dirt. You just wipe them down. They're just, I've got one of my coats here. Hang on, 2 seconds. This one
Oh, look at the color
is,
of that.
this is my coat. This is one of my original ones. Um, I like that because it's got that little tassel on the back. This has been worn and worn and worn. Literally, it's about 4 years old. I tell everybody, look, if you're going to get them, if you want to wash it, have it dry clean to be on the safe side. I've worn this 4 years. It is thrown into the back of a car. It is worn constantly. I've never washed it. I've never washed it. So
I
that's
must admit, when I
but I'm being truthful.
when I buy something really expensive, I never wash it. I've got one dress I've owned for, it's a Versace, and I bought it about 25 years ago. I wear it regularly. I've never washed it. I would be too afraid to wash it. And I think there's
Yeah.
too much of it. People keep washing clothes. You think to yourself, we don't really get that dirty these days, do we? Especially women. We don't get that dirty to keep washing and washing and washing clothes.
Yeah, you don't, you really don't need to with these. The more natural the fabrics are, they dirt doesn't absorb into them like a man-made fiber. The man-made fibers hold things, but natural fabrics seem to just bounce off them. I'll always use 100% cotton, linens, the wool. I mean, I do use a poly mix. I do jackets and coats in a lighter mix as well.
What makes
So
your fabric so special? Where do they come from? Are they Welsh? Are they sourced in Wales? Is there a mixture of where they come from?
I would love nothing more than to be able to find a wool mill in Wales that I can go to so that I can say that um, everything is handmade in Wales and the fabric is sourced in Wales. However, that's not as easy as it sounds. So at the moment, I use companies up in Colne, up by Harrogate, York Way, London, and they're my main suppliers. I've got a trade show again at the end of this month, and I'm hoping that I can find more suppliers. And I mean, I'd love to find a Welsh a Welsh wool mill.
How do
But
you make it work? How do you make it work, Lesley? Because, starting up a business in this day and age, especially in the production of clothes, must be really challenging. What makes what you do work and what makes it so appealing to people so that you can be so assured that the business can grow?
um, if you want my honest answer to that, I don't ever seem to go into anything thinking from day one saying, oh, right, this is what I'm going to do, and this is how I'm going to make it work, and how I'm going to get there. It seems to evolve. And then I get to a certain point where I realize, oh my God, this is good. I'm getting a lot of feedback here. This is going to work. And then I know I need some help. I need some help with that. I need some really good mentoring, Cheryl. So I need, I do need a little bit of support. I've got the most amazing friends. I've got amazing business friends. Um, and they are so supportive. They're so encouraging. But sometimes I just need that little bit extra that really helps me to focus on what I need to do, and where I'm going with it.
And what are the plans for About Eve? Where are you going to be taking it in this upcoming year? Where can people get hold of your designs?
Well, I have been supplying to retailers as well. About 25% of my turnover has been through retailers. Um, I've supplied to Mumbles, Cowbridge, and at one stage initially down to Aberystwyth. Um, but I've realised now that it's going to be much better for me to concentrate on direct customer. Um, I want to do more fashion shows, albeit on a small scale, nothing overwhelming, small groups, um, so that it's more intimate, and it's not such a huge range, and it's a way that I can talk about how we can adapt things and make them to work for you. I do At Home with About Eve, which is a group of maybe 10 friends that get together, up to 10 friends get together at home, bottle of wine, couple of nibbles, and then I come along and I bring my best sidekick, Sean, and she just shows everything off to total perfection, as Sean does. And then between the two of us, those are great. So I want to do one of those every month over the next 12 months. Yeah, at the moment I'm busy working on a business plan. I'm plotting out all of my events that I want to do up until the end of the year. So we've got 9 opportunities for At Home with About Eve. So there's only 7 spaces left. So what else do I want to do? Oh, I want to look for, I've got meetings set up with somebody local who they run classes for people who want to learn how to do dressmaking and things like that. I thought they might be the best people to get me in touch with outsource workers. So I want to yeah, Yvonne, I can see your message on there now. Yeah, so I want to get in touch with those. Oh, I've got one meeting set up with somebody that I can look at discussing with them if they've got people that could be interested in doing this at home, setting up training days here so that I can teach them. For me, the most important thing is getting the standard and the quality exactly the same as the way that I would do them.
So it's
So
quite exciting. It's quite exciting the year ahead because I know that you were saying, you want to be put in contact with people like golf clubs, who have got amazing surroundings. They've got women there who love to
mm,
designs. So again, there might be people out there who are perhaps connected with a golf club or are
mm,
connected with just places women collect that you can do a show, or if people want to have an at-home party with you, that it's fabulous,
yeah.
isn't it? And so Lesley, you're online. You have a Facebook page online that people can contact you on. Is there an About Eve Facebook page?
There is an About Eve Facebook page. It's About Eve Wales. I'm on Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Um, and I'm currently putting together a website, which I spent all last weekend doing, which was quite mind blowing.
Live yet?
But
Is it live
yeah,
yet, Leslie?
it's not quite,
And when it
but
is live, what's the URL for it? How do people find you online?
About Eve Wales.
Sorry,
Everything is about Wales.
about Eve Wales. Well, thank you so much, Lesley, for sharing your amazing brand with us, for sharing your story, and for sharing a little bit about, your growth plans for your label for the future. And I really look forward to one day having an About Eve jacket. I can't wait to have. The thing is, you've got such lovely colours. I'm really thrown by even what colour to go for. I think we almost need like an at-home party here, and then we can get all the coats out, and then everyone can come and we can have a good try on. I can't wait. I'm just so excited to have an About Eve coat. So thank you so much, Lesley, and look forward to seeing you soon. Would you like to give
Okay.
us almost like your last word on this, perhaps an inspirational experience or an inspirational quote or just something amazing that'll sort of give people the essence of just how driven and motivated you are connected with your brand?
Well, one of my favorite sayings actually is professionals built the Titanic, but amateurs built the Ark. So you haven't got to be, you can start anything as an amateur and you can make it successful, you know, Michelle?
Great thought, great thought. We could, yeah, I think sometimes we've just got to just get going and just put so much inspiration and motivation behind it and
Mm.
just take it out there. And as you say, you can refine it as you go along. But I think women sometimes are just too perfectionist and they end up
Uh,
not doing it.
I will say, in putting my business plan together, and my strengths and my weaknesses. Unfortunately, my weaknesses. I'm too much of a perfectionist. I take too long to do something, and that's not a bad thing when it comes to making, but it's every other aspect of running a business. It's I'm such a perfectionist that it takes too much of my time. Um, but then the strengths are I'm so enthusiastic and I love a challenge.
Because you're a
So
perfectionist, the designs are so incredible and so well finished off. So thank you so much, Lesley. And yeah, I look forward to wearing one of your coats soon. And look
ah,
forward to seeing you soon. And thank you for putting up the time this morning to be interviewed by I Am Woman Hour. So thank you so much, Lesley, and have a great day. And we'll see you soon.